Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Silver Sneakers Chair Yoga class with Olivia. I'm Olivia, and this is my church home, North Presbyterian Church in Williamsville, New York. If this is your first time coming, I'm delighted you chose to come today. I hope you find it to be beneficial to your health and general well-being. If you've been here before, welcome back. And if you have been here before, you remember that I have been away for a couple of weeks. It is good. I was grateful to have the opportunity to be away for a couple of weeks, but it's also good to get back to a routine. If your routine was a little different while I was away, that's okay. Mine was too, and I benefit from that as well too. But today, let's see if we can remember what the benefits are taking that deep breath are, and as well as intentional movement. The benefits of intentional movement. Movement is medicine, so let's get our prescription filled now. All right. So take your shoes off, grab a chair without arms, maybe a glass of water, and I'll meet you on the chair. Let's get started. Oops, I forgot my camera. I forgot my thing. Can you get me back? Thanks. Okay, thank you. Thank you. All right. Let me get a little bit of music adjusted here this morning. Okay. All right. So, sitting out towards the edge of your seat, if you will, please, I want you to take a really nice deep breath in. Let that rib cage expand, front, back, side to side, top to bottom. And let's do that again, breathing in through the nose and exhale through the mouth. And this time, let's take that deep breath in, but let's use 3 counts to get in, 5 counts to get it out. All right, so here we go. 3, 2, 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Find yourself squeezing the rib cage at the end. That's okay, let's do that again. Here we go. Inhale, 3, 2, get to the top. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now let's just breathe deep. Normal breathing rhythm, but make it nice and deep. Remember, you are oxygenating your cells, your tissues, your organs, your organ systems for the work ahead. So let the shoulders just release away from your ear. Feel yourself sitting heavy into the sit bones. Let the shoulder heads draw towards the side walls. So the back begins to work. And the chest begins, the chest begins to stretch. The heart begins to open. Keeping the chin tucked just a wee bit to get some length in the back of the neck. And then, using your nose as a pencil, let's draw a circle right in front with your nose. Be aware of those new sensations, that sound of Rice Krispies in your neck. And this is a perfect time to remind you to work where you are comfortable. Celebrate your capabilities, respect your limitations, and find what feels good. Let's go the other way. If deep breathing through this 45 minutes of class feels good to you, then that's what I suggest you do. Enjoy the music. Enjoy the benefits of a deep breath. And then coming back, just a nice big shake, yes. So drop your chin and lift your chin. Be careful not to let the neck fall back. Just lifting from the chin. And again. And one more time. All right, now you have a light coming out the crown of your head, and I want you to shine it onto the corners. So look over towards the right or the left side. Shine that light out. And then come back and let's take it the other way. So shine that light off to the upper corner of your room. And back down. And then shine that light right straight up. And as you inhale, draw that energy up through the sit bones, through the core, out the crown of the head, and just let it shine up there on the ceiling. Because you know why? This world still needs your light. All right, let's slide the arms off and pull the elbows back. Push forward. Now work at keeping the arms parallel to the ground first. All right, so make that fist. Splay the fingers out when you come forward. Flexing the wrists, pull the fingers back. And a nice stretch in through the forearms and work. And back. All right, keep them back here and circle the wrists. So now we're going to drop the hands down to the rib cage. Deep breath in, lifting the heart a bit, and then exhale. Scoop the belly, roll back a bit towards the tailbone, stretch through that little finger, drop the chin. And then inhale, come back. So here's our seated cat and cow. Lifting the heart, roll back a little bit, scoop the belly, pull that navel in, stretch through the little fingers. Again, lift. Exhale, reach. One more time. Exhale, reach. All right, from here, lift up. Get that back nice and straight. I'm going to use my right hand down and take a little baby arc over to the right. Breathe. Let that right shoulder drop. You need to hold on to the chair, that's okay. But be sure you're letting that arm, shoulder drop down. Turn the gaze if you can. Look down to your hip. Come right back up. We switch and go the other side. Same thing. So let this left shoulder drop. Take this little baby arc over. Yeah. You can hold on to the chair, but watch this doesn't happen. And then let's look towards the arm as you reach the fingers. And then look towards the earth. All right. Coming back to the center, all the way down. Swoop the arms back. Yeah. And hinge forward. And then let's actually turn the palms out a bit and feel those shoulder blades come together in the back. And then we're going to roll them the other way. So roll the shoulders all the way forward. You're going to dome your back there. And then roll back, eyes up, heart forward. Scoop the belly, round the spine, upper back. And again, roll back, heart forward. Scoop the belly and round. Okay, get back to palms to the ground, coming forward into our chair pose. When you do this, push the sit bones back towards the chair just a little bit more. I tend to roll forward to the front part of the sit bones. Deep breath in. All right, we're going to forward fold. Now, look down underneath your seat, and then halfway rise, heart comes forward, reach into chair pose, all the way up. Circle the arms down. Let's get that right foot up and circle the ankle. It's nice if you're in your bare feet, if you're in a comfortable place. I understand if you're not. But if you are, splay your toes out, curl them in. And again, splay them out, curl them in, out. And then can you pick a pencil up with them? Try that. Not now, another time. Okay, and then drop the ball of the foot down. and then drop the heel. So maybe if you've got the ball of the foot underneath your knee and you drop that heel down, you'll get a little stretch in through that low calf muscle. Lifting up, press it down, and again, lift and lower. And flexibility in that joint. 2 more. All right, deep breath in. Up comes the other leg. Okay, and you can support it, that's fine. A little circle in the ankle. All right, and then wiggle your toes, splay them out. I'm not sure you can really see that, but that's what I'm doing. Okay, and then drop the ball of the foot down as if you're up on your tippy toes there. And then lower down, and maybe pull that heel or the toe back underneath just a little bit, so when you lower the heel down, you get a nice stretch. Up and down. Again. And down. 2 more. Nice. Let's take the feet out a little bit wider. Turn the toes toward the corners of your room. And we're going to circle that upper body around. Get the juices flowing into the hips and the low back. Sometimes I like to do this with my eyes closed. Just see how it feels in my head. You sort of feel the skin, muscle, and bone moving with it. I like the way it feels. Let's go the other way. Unwind. And again. And one more time. All right, walking your feet back in, toe heel, all the way in. Back them up just a little bit. If you're not at the edge of your seat, get yourself out there, because you'll find it a lot easier to stand up if you are. Deep breath in. Bring the hands to the heart. Now take another deep breath. On an exhale, belly in. We rise up. However you need to get up, go ahead and do so. And coming into our standing mountain pose. Heels are going to be underneath the sit bones. Tadasana, we call it. Now, my legs are engaged. I'm pulling the kneecaps up. But what I want you to be sure you do is, instead of locking out the knees, put an ever so slight bend in them. All right? Just ever so slight. Yeah. Draw the tailbone downward. And let's internally rotate those thigh muscles just a little bit. You'll feel that low back space open up a bit. And then we're going to externally rotate the shoulders. I call that the Dr. Dolittle push me, pull you. Yeah. Breathing deep. Grateful that you can take a deep breath. Grateful that you've allowed yourself the time to be present. All right. Inhale, arms go skyward. Heel the hand, fingertips together, and let's let this rain right past the heart and down. Soften your knees. Release the hands to the thigh muscles. Now look back towards your knees, and then we're going to halfway rise. Legs straighten a bit, heart comes forward, so you're looking at the ground. If you've looked at your device, look towards the ground and let the crown of the head stretch forward to me. And then swooping into that chair pose, you can still see your toes. We rise back up. Let's do it again. Deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Hands come on the thighs or down below. We're going to inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, circle, sweep, and come back up. One more time. Deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Soften the knees. Inhale, rising up. Legs straighten a bit. And circle, sweep all the way out. Deep breath. Release back down. Nice. Let's grab a drink of water. We'll work around to the back of the chair first. Okay. I'm just going to turn my chair a bit so you can see me better. Downward facing dog, lightly on the chair, okay? We're never going to put our weight, I say we're never going to put our weight on there, but like that's never so long time. Let's step back away from the chair. Feet come underneath the hips. Splay your fingers out, because if you were in downward facing dog on the mat, you would have the fingers spread wide and you're really gripping the mat. So let's at least let that happen there. Now soften the knees as much as you need to, and then pull that navel in towards your spine. Tip the pelvis so the sit bones and the tailbone go to the back wall. Take that deep breath into your kidneys, and boy, you'll feel a wonderful expansion across the back.
Last one. All right, release the hands back to the thigh muscles now. Now tuck the chin, look back towards the knees underneath. Root to rise. We're going to press through the feet, scoop the belly, and roll the spine, and roll back up. Lift the shoulders up, around, and down. Very nice. Let's step in on the right foot and back on the left foot. And let's turn that toe out to the side. So we're going to rise up into our warrior one, coming away from the chair if you're able to. All right? Both arms up. Deep breath in. Exhale. Hinge forward, like you're going to grab that beach ball behind you. Looking towards the chair. You're going to swoop the arms forward. When they come up by your face, rise right back up. Deep breath. Exhale. Take a deep breath here. Exhale. Swoop them forward. As you come back up, we breathe in. Exhale. Breathe in. Exhale. Breathe in. Exhale. Bring the hands back to the heart this time. Hinge forward. Drop that left shoulder. Let it come towards the chair. And you're going to turn towards the right wall. You can use the chair. You can drop a hand to the chair if you'd like. Just a nice little twist in there. Come back to the center. Release. Forward fold. Stepping your feet together. And let's step back on the right foot. So we're going to turn that toe out. That front knee is over the ankle. So that front leg is bent. Back leg is always straight. That toe is turned out. If you don't need the chair, come away from it. If you do, bring it to you and put your hand on it. Resist that urge to lean into it just yet. Okay? Beautiful. Exhale. Hinge forward. So I have a nice long line. I'm going to show you from the crown of my head to the tailbone, holding that beach ball. We're going to sweep the arms forward. When they get by your face, rise back up. Breathing in. It's almost like the arms are going to bring your head up again too. Coming forward fold. You should be getting a really nice calf stretch as you do this. Lifting up. So working on some flexibility in the shoulders by holding on until they come up by the face and then back up. One more time. Circle sweeping them up. And here we are. Okay, hands to the heart. We're going to drop the right shoulder towards the chair. You can use the chair if you need to. Look towards the left wall. Now pull that belly in because that's what's going to support this twist in your spine. Let that left shoulder draw back. All right, come back to the front. This time, downward facing dog. Splay your fingers. Step right back. Breathing deep. All right, let's bring the hands back to the thigh muscles. We're going to reverse swan dive all the way back up. Forward fold, halfway rise. And then this time extend the fingers to the back, soften the knees, and we just rise back up. Mountain pose. Step into the chair, put your hands on the chair. Just a wee bit, so I'm leaning forward just a little bit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bend the elbows here and then straighten them. Again, as I said before, we're not going to put the full weight on the chair. Well, we are putting a little more weight on the chair because what I want you to do is get a nice tricep workout, all right? So they're not splaying out. They're drawing right down towards the ground. Especially if you have a flat back of your chair, that's really good for this. This is a little more rounded. It's a little more difficult, but bending the elbows right down towards the ground. Okay, bend them down, hold them right there. Let the heart come forward and then rise back up. All right, bend the elbows, hold right there. Heart comes forward and rise back up. And again, one more time, bend the elbows. They're going to come parallel to the ground. Heart comes forward, hold it, and push right back up. All right, step in on the right foot, back on the left foot. Holding on, we're going to windmill that left arm back.
coming right into warrior two. So reach that right hand forward over the chair seat. Yeah, I'm gonna turn sideways. All right, knee is over the ankle, back leg is straight. If you need to move that back leg in just a little bit to keep this knee over the ankle, do it. Nice. Looking over the two peace fingers here in front. Nice. Let's take that palm to the ceiling and lift up. Now if you need the chair, drop the hand and just lift the heart. This left hand is going to slide down the back or slide it into your back right pocket. All right, let's level this out. Head over heart over pelvis. Yeah? And now we're going to turn both toes to the left corner of your room. Now you may use the chair here. You can also bring the feet in closer. We're going to take some sunflowers. So we're going to bend both knees and rise back up. Now if you can use both arms, do so. All the way down and up. Being careful not to let the head fall below the hips. So you want to keep the head up here. All right? I'm going to look down, but I'm not going to go, my heart's not going to fall below my hips, right? That means you got to bend your knees. And again, one more time. All the way up. Now, drop the right hand to the chair, sink into the left knee, and take this little baby arc over. Nice. All right, come all the way back. Let's resituate our feet. So we're going to lift that left heel, coming into high lunge. Rise both arms up. And there's the ta-da! Left hand on the chair, that right arm reaches back. And now we have this nice twisted high lunge. And should you find balance, go ahead and release that left hand forward over the chair. All right, we windmill both arms back, step both feet together. See how you feel. All right. So we have another side to do. Remember, it started with our warrior two. Okay, both hands on the chair. We're going to step back on the right foot, windmill that right arm around, and come into our warrior two. Check, look down, be sure those things are happening. And when they are, you'll finally get that muscle memory, so you can just hit it right away. Turn the gaze over the two peace fingers in front, lift the heart, and reaching up. Now, as you do this, sink into that front knee a little bit more. We tend to straighten it, so I really want you to sink into it. And then check on that back leg with your right hand. Is it firm? Are you using it? Or are you sinking into it? And then with that right hand, slide it maybe into your back left pocket. Press the feet down into the earth. Really connect. All right, let's level this out. Reaching back, hand on the chair. This is where we're going to turn both toes to the corners of your room. You can bring that foot in a little bit more. Using the left hand on the chair, we take those, oh, you know what? Let's take moonflowers now. So reaching out, both arms, use one on the chair if you need to. Sink down, the elbows come towards the knees, and we reach up into star pose. Exhale, sink. Notice my shoulders are staying on the wall behind me, right? And my knees are tracking in the direction of my toes. So you may need to bring the toes in just a little bit here to really do this without this happening. Yeah. Again, sink down. I'm a visual learner. And up. Again. We call these moonflowers. And one more time. Sink down and rise back up. Beautiful. Okay. Left hand on the chair. Sink into that right knee. Your toes are turned out. We're going to take this little baby arc over towards the chair. And I'm looking towards the left wall. Maybe the ceiling. All right. So we have one more piece. Both hands on the chair. Switch the feet around here. Your back heel is up. All right, you're on the ball of the foot. Right foot is on the ground, belly is pulled in, front knee bent, back leg sort of straight. And here we come into our high lunge. One arm. Let's do this. Let's take the left arm up first. All right, should you find balance, we take the right one up then. Drop your shoulders, lift your heart, lift your mood, and we add a little twist. Use the chair if you need to. Windmill that back arm around, back to downward facing dog. Splay your fingers out as you sink into this. Bend the knees, tip the pelvis forward onto the thigh muscles there. And really enjoy that. Nice stretch. All right, take your gaze over the chair, walking into the chair, turn the toes out. I changed my mind. We'll get back to that a little bit later. That'll be our balance piece. We're going to do a little more core work here. So I'm going to turn my chair sideways. You can turn your chair all the way around, whatever you'd like. But your hands are going to be on the chair. Feet are underneath your hips. Wrists are underneath your shoulders. Heart's coming forward. Exhale, tuck the tailbone round the spine. So this is a nice cat and cow, right? I'm going to make it a bit more challenging, a bit more work, all right? So here we go. Now inhale, eyes come forward. Exhale, round the spine, bring the knee in towards the nose. Now you have two choices. You can drop it down to the ground, heart comes forward, and then switch. Or you can extend that leg out behind you and exhale. And then switch. Extend the other one out and exhale. Extend the other one out and inhale. So rounding the back, working through the glutes and the hamstrings. And one more time, deep breath in. Exhale in. And then put that foot down. Let's step the feet out wide here, and hands are underneath the shoulders still, okay? So now I want you to take the right hand and maybe take it a little closer towards the center of the chair. You can come up onto the fists if that feels better. You can even use the back of the chair if that feels better. But my feet are wide and my toes are facing straight ahead. In fact, I'm going to turn back now. Okay? Use the chair or the back of the chair, right? So here we go. Left hand is underneath the heart. You're going to swing that right arm out to the side. And then maybe let it travel skyward. Now watch you haven't dropped that left hip. So push into the right heel and parallel the pelvis to the ground. All right, I'm going to turn around and show you this. Toes are facing straight ahead. I've lifted out, and then I'm going to lift it. So what tends to happen is, see how I have dropped into my left hip, and my right hip is bumped up? So what I want you to do is press into that heel. So you could take a cup of coffee and put it right there on the pelvis. If you need to come up higher, that's okay. Breathing deep. One more breath, and release. Heart comes forward. Exhale, round the spine. Okay, we're going to go the other way. So the right hand comes underneath the heart. We take that left hand out to the side, pressing into the right hand, lifting that arm. You can also stay here on the hip. Now watch what happens. Once again, I want you to push into that left foot, level out your pelvis, and reaching skyward or hand in the heart, in the hip. Use the back of the chair too. I have all sorts of variations here. And breathe. But that pelvis gets parallel to the ground. And release. Come back. Walk your feet in. And let's come into downward facing dog. From here, you can keep the hands down, you can keep them up here, but stepping back. Now, look towards the chair. Step in on the right foot. If your hands are up here, let's lower them down. They are going to be underneath the shoulders. Heart comes forward. We're going to extend that opposite leg out if that's comfortable for you, or stay right where you are. Heart comes forward. Let's bring the other leg in. And then both feet. Reverse swan dive all the way back up. Deep breath. And down. Coming into mountain pose. Notice how you feel. Breathe. All right, so let's come around for our balancing posture around the back side. Grab a drink of water, and let's move on. Okay, so take the feet a little bit wider now, if you will. Let's turn the toes to the corner right now. We're just going to sink into one side and then the other. All right, you can use the hands on the chair. You can take them off. Again. And one more time. All right, come back to the center, opening the arms out wide. Here's our beautiful star pose, if we remember. Yeah. Let's shift over a little bit to the left. Oh no, that's the right. To the right. Okay, from our star pose, we're going to drop the left hand, sink into that knee, and rise up to the toe on the right side. Now, I like to look towards the ground for this. And I'm simply going to flex my foot and let it leave the ground. Now I have a micro bend in my left leg. And if you're comfortable, let that right leg leave the earth a little bit more. Breathing deep. All right. Bend that knee, reaching back. Not as, maybe you find it, maybe you don't, but just reach back and then get that body up right here. So it's almost a version of dancer pose. In fact, let's make that shift. My knee is bent. I'm going to switch my hand to the chair and lifting up. Now extend it out. Here comes that warrior 3 posture. You can keep the hand back by your hips, hands at your heart, or hands reaching forward, 1 or 2. That toe faces the ground. And we rise right back up. Deep breath in. And I'm on the diagonal because if you remember, we had the toes turned out. So let's go to the other side. My toes are turned out here. Star pose. How do we do? Nice. Breathing deep. Okay, so we're going to sink into that right leg and then just let that left toe or heel leave the ground first. Okay. You're going to find some balance here. Maybe flex it, let it lift. I like to look towards the ground and then lifting it a little higher if you're comfortable with that. You want to balance into falling star? Go ahead. Or keep that hand on the chair. It looks a lot more like half moon pose. Okay. We bend the knee. We're going to switch hands. Come right into dancer pose. So that knee drops down to the ground, and I'm on the diagonal here, and that's okay. And here we go into our warrior 3. Press that heel to the back wall. You can drop the toe to the ground. You can hinge deeper. It's entirely up to you, but this back leg is really doing some work. It's straight. Front knee is bent. Find balance if you'd like. And then up it comes. Deep breath. Forward fold. Halfway rise.
And circle sweep. Come into chair pose, and we're going to hold this. I'm going to move out from the chair. My feet are comfortably apart. I can see my toes. My heart's coming forward. So watch this. Pull the shoulders back. Let the heart come forward here. You've got a beach ball right here in front. Let's bring the hands together. Drop that left shoulder, lift the right shoulder. Maybe deepen this. And how do we deepen it? By sending the hips back. So you're looking towards the left wall. Coming back to the front, hands on the thighs. Straightening the legs, let the heart come forward. I'm going to let my hands travel down. You can leave them up there if that's comfortable. Straightening that back, belly in. And unhinge, rise right back up. All right, we're going to take the other side. Same thing. Coming a forward fold, halfway rise. And here we're coming into our chair pose. Take time and get yourself set up. You can see the toes. Heart comes forward. Yeah? So I have a little bit of a baby back bend going on here. Reaching forward first. Hands come to the heart. I'm going to drop my right shoulder. Keep the thumbnail right there at the heart and lift the left shoulder. With intention, pull that left shoulder back, drop that right shoulder, belly comes in. Now, can you deepen a little bit maybe? Back to the center. Hands on the thighs or below. Tuck the chin, straighten the legs, coming into that forward fold. We're going to halfway rise, slide up the legs, extend the fingers to the back, and rise back up. Use those hamstrings to get you right back up. Lovely. Shake out. Very, very nice. All right. Let's step forward on the right foot and back on the left, and we'll get a stretch in the back of those hamstrings, in those hamstring muscles, the back of the legs. Oh, let's take it this way. Let's take it in pyramid pose. So both legs are straight, all right? And then we're going to hinge forward. Keep that right hand in your back pocket or right there by your glute or by your pelvis. Hinging forward. You can put a micro bend in that front leg. That's okay. Just get a nice stretch in the back of the leg. Now let's just try this. We're going to forward fold a little bit more. I'm using the chair. Look back towards the knees. Scoop the belly around the spine and roll back up. Voila. Other side. Left foot forward, right foot back. Pyramid pose. All right, we're going to hinge forward. I'm using the chair. You don't have to. You can take both arms back. That's fine. Micro bend in that front leg. My body comes parallel to the ground if that's comfortable for you. And you can reach that left arm back. Breathing deep. And then we're going to release down further. So forward fold. Scoop the belly. Bend those knees as much as you need to. And round the spine and roll back up. Feet together. Hands to the heart. We call that forehead to knee pose. Yeah. Okay. And release. Mountain pose. See how you feel? Those hamstring muscles should be a little more stretched out now. All right. So let's grab a drink of water. We'll sit right back down on the couch. Or not the couch. Your chair. I'll see if I can find some good stuff. All right. All right, so out to the edge of your seat, and lift up on that knee, nice and tall, pulling it in wherever it's comfortable for you here. And then out to the side, a little inner thigh stretch here now. Resist that urge to lean into that left cheek, sit tall in the sit bones, nice and tall. Maybe if you grab behind, underneath the leg, you can extend that leg out a wee bit more. All right, across the body, lowering it down.
Now, if you have hip replacement, hip trouble, knee trouble, you've been told not to cross the midline, by all means, just put this flat on the ground, that foot, okay? Now I have my right leg on top, so I'm going to take my right hand to the small of my back and the left hand to the back of my head. I call this lounge chair pose up here. And then let the fingers creep downward and maybe make their way towards the middle of the back, towards the shoulders here. But what's important is the back is straight. So those elbows are pressing back and the heart's lifting. Keep the foot flexed. A lot of energy going through there still. Breathe deep. All right, so opening the arms wide, and we add this twist. You're going to use the core muscles to turn. Yeah, nice. And then stretch the fingers from the heart. All right, so with this right hand, we're going to swoop it back underneath the left. Bring the knuckles together, bring the elbows together, and allow them to lift. And here we are in seated eagle pose. Now, bring the elbows a little closer to your device. You'll feel that great stretch across the back, right? Breathing in. All right, unfurl the arms, release the legs, forward fold. Tuck the chin, look back towards the knees, and then halfway rise, heart comes forward, chair pose, and all the way up. All right, arms come down, the other leg comes up. Grab in front if you can, and just draw that knee up towards the shoulder. You want to take it up this way, that's fine. It's a version of a happy baby pose, which is so good for the low back, so good for digestion as well. And then we're going to take it out to the side. A little stretch in the inner thigh. You can grab underneath the leg if you'd like. Maybe even extend the leg out. Entirely up to you. Head over heart over pelvis. Just hang here. Stay cool. Stay connected. All right, here it comes over. So my left leg is on top. I'm going to put the left leg in the small of my back and the right hand at the back of my head. Pressing the elbows back, sit nice and tall. If this is what you're comfortable with, that's fine. If you want to let the fingers move closer, keeping that elbow back, do so. But the key to this, of course, is that nice straight back. I'm going to open the arms. Take a deep breath. Exhale, scoop that belly, engage those core muscles, and we add that twist. Drop the shoulders, let them release down your back, and stretch the fingers far from the heart. Again. Okay, so now I'm going to sweep that left arm down and up, knuckles together, pressing them inward, pressing the elbows inward, lifting the elbows off of your belly. And then maybe bring the elbows a little bit closer to me so you can sit up even straighter. Foot stays flexed. Nice stretch across the back. All right, let's unfurl everything. Forward fold. Tuck the chin. Look underneath your chair. Halfway rise. Heart comes forward. Reaching into chair pose. Now from here, sit up nice and tall. And then tuck the tailbone, roll back towards the back of the chair. Sit up tall, hinge forward, reach to me. Sit up tall, scoop the belly, roll back. Just a little bit. Deep breath in. Reach forward. Arms are going to stay parallel to the ground. And scoop the belly. All the way back up. Deep breath in. And exhale, release back down. Now, if you just did that, that's half roll back in Pilates. So you got a little bit of Pilates in this morning. I do teach a Pilates class, a Zoom class. It's also free as well. If you're interested in that, let me know. Sitting back against the back of the chair. Let's take one more little wiggle. Ankles, wrists. And then release. Just come to stillness. Let the eyes drift closed, maybe. Drop your chin if you're comfortable. 5 of the 10 deep breaths right now. And one more breath. A little wiggle in your fingers and toes. Bring the hands together at the heart. Spoken by Charlie Chaplin before he died. Nothing is forever in this world, not even our problems. The most lost day in life is the day we don't laugh. And the 6 best doctors in the world: the sun, rest, exercise, diet, self-respect, and friends. Bring your hands together at your heart. And to you, my dear friends, thank you for taking the time to practice with me today. I hope you found it to be beneficial to your day and it's given you the energy to get through this day and this week and the rest of this month. May you find a little joy, a little peace, and a whole lot of wonder in your day. Namaste. Thank you, friends. I'll see you again Monday. Tomorrow for Pilates. If you'd like the Zoom link, let me know. Monday in my recorded yoga class, or next Wednesday. Have a great weekend.